Welcome, people of the internet. This is Geek Rating Review, where we talk about everything geek culture and geek related. My name is Jean-Marc, and I talk.
My name's Nick. We talk about food, too.
I was born on Jean-Marc because I'm his littlest brother, David.
I just hit record, by the way. I think we should just start. I know what we should talk about, actually. Thanks to Sean, Jacob, and Wade, I have started playing a Grand Theft Auto 5. And I have not stayed up to game that all night since I was in college, maybe once or twice. But since moving to Austin, yeah, I love that game. It's really fun.
Remember when I told you it was free and you made fun of me?
It wasn't free.
It was free for PC, dude.
Yeah, I can't use my Mac to play PC games unless it was free on an Apple store.
It was on a launcher. It's Epic Store.
Epic, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to bring it up. Do you think it's too early to talk about PS5? Or should we wait until the reveal?
Well,
we don't have any games. Yeah, but we don't have any games.
Well, we know some games.
We have speculation of games. The
only game we know about is Godfall. We don't know anything about it.
Right.
What about Cyberpunk? What about Ghost of Tsushima and the other one?
That's all PS4 stuff. That's all just ports.
Getting Ghost of Tsushima when it comes out.
I don't want to talk about ports. I want to talk about titles.
Yeah, new stuff. Silent Hill speculated?
Konami doesn't know how to make video games anymore, so
I thought they gave it to Sony, though.
It's their IP, so
yeah,
we'll see.
Nobody got nothing to talk about?
I haven't really been playing too much. Work's kind of been kicking me in the butt. Trials of Mana is really good.
Oh, yeah. Is that turn-based?
No, it's like an action.
Oh!
Better than Final Fantasy VII.
Better than Final Fantasy VII.
Remake, yeah. I actually booted up my Xbox 360, looked through my downloaded games, and I started playing Eternal Sonata.
Hell yeah! That's some JRPG ass stuff.
There. It is. The gameplay is my favorite part. Grind. Yeah. It's a grind heavy game too, which I love. And I love the combat is my favorite thing. And the evolution of combat. And the only thing I have to say negatively about that game is I don't really like the story.
The historical...
Yeah, they're showing actual pictures of France and Spain. And I'm it just seemed like they got an intern to run out and take pictures real quick. Because none of the pictures look good. Have either of you played this game?
I have played this game.
No.
I would for the first 3 years of the 360, I was super starved for RPGs.
Yeah.
Because Blue Dragon was cool. It's super basic. Everybody wanted the next big JRPG to land on the 360 because it was at the time it was killing in the console war.
Yeah.
And that was one of the ones. I was still playing a lot of PS2, and it reminded me a lot of Rogue Galaxy for PS2.
I've never played Rogue Galaxy.
I have it on PS4. It's part of the PS2 Classics collection.
Ooh.
It's I want to say it's $8.99.
How is it like Eternal Sonata though?
The art style is very similar. Besides the historical aspect to it, it's basically a space cowboy game.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of a Cowboy Bebop fantasy type thing.
And they never got a sequel to that?
I don't think so.
Oh. Yeah, I might actually play that one. I've been playing a lot of... other than GTA 5, I've been playing more older games. Like Techno Kitty Adventure and good solid games like that.
Well, we've been watching a lot of TV.
I have
But I want to know what David's been playing.
Yeah, I want to know what David's been playing too.
I took all the games I was playing before, and I stopped. And I turned around, and I'm playing Fire Emblem. I play it once a year, and it's my favorite game. Path of Radiance, not the Switch one.
Yeah.
I'm playing on hard mode, and for me, it's not that hard. It's enjoyable.
Wow, super interesting, David.
Hey!
That's all you were playing?
No, I just got Zombie Army 4 Dead War. That game's actually pretty fun. I like it.
What is that?
It's
Like, what kind of game
it's
is
a
it?
Nazi zombie shooter game. It's like a mix between Left 4 Dead and a few other things.
And Nazi zombies on Call of
So it's
Duty.
first person.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you have upgrades that you can upgrade your guns and stuff, and then you have perks that you unlock more powerful versions of the perks by doing certain challenges. But it's like a
It's an
campaign mode.
It's an FPS though.
It's a third-person shooter.
Oh, okay.
There's the campaign, and I think you have to play through the campaign first, and then there's a horde mode that's more like Nazi zombies, where you have to fight waves off. And they do have unique zombies and other stuff too, so it's a cool game.
Yeah, that's the from the Zombie Army trilogy that came out.
Mm-hmm. And it was made by the people who did Sniper Elite 4, so
Mm.
there are sniping mechanics in it
Okay.
that are really fun and satisfying because you can shoot them and it does like a slow mo through their head, through their heart,
Yeah.
and then they have one where you can slow mo shoot them in the testicles, which is pretty great.
That's pretty unnecessary for a zombie game.
Interesting, I'd say.
Their organs look all decayed and stuff too when you slow mo shoot them.
Mm.
I picked up some budget titles on the Switch. They've been having some sales going on. It's a kind of a tactical JRPG. It's Regalia. It's like $3.50, like 90-something% off.
Pretty good.
I don't know. I didn't play it yet.
Oh, okay. See the crazy GameStop sale that's going on right now?
I saw one the other day. It was for Xbox One. It was Resident Evil Remake 4, 5, 6, 7 for $25.
Which is nuts.
Wow.
Absolutely nuts.
I didn't have all of those games.
And I figured y'all didn't have Xboxes. That's why I never brought it up. But I did.
No, I got rid
This
of mine.
weekend, for Memorial Day weekend, they're doing buy two, get one free on anything except digital games and first party Switch new games.
Yeah.
No
buy two, get one
way.
free on any new games,
Ooh.
unless it's like Mario Kart or Super Smash Brothers or something like that. But if you find a used copy of it, that counts.
I do not have Mario Kart or Mario Odyssey yet.
You
No.
need both of those.
Yeah. Nick, every time.
Whoops.
I don't know.
It's the Symphony of the Light level up. So.
I stopped playing Animal Crossing.
Me too.
I'm not playing it until next month when I get new butterflies, new bugs, new fish.
So we all stopped playing it.
Yeah.
Casey's playing it right now, but I need I want something else. I need new stuff to do.
June's a really good month. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's just there's no progression past getting it, like your house done, and even my village. I wanted 4 stars. I got 4 stars. Like I want to get every room in my house. I got it all. I'm like, now what? Like I got my house designed the way I want it. There's nothing left to upgrade really. And there's nothing really pushing me forward. You know what I mean? Like I wish your house was almost. I hate to say, I wish it was almost like endlessly upgradable. Like the basement could have rooms, or like there's something else you could do that could push you forward. But I don't know. That's what I was kind of afraid of. I just caught myself grinding, and I'm like, what am I doing this for? Like when the bug guy came, I gave him I've been hoarding bugs, and when the bug guy came, I gave him all my bugs, and I was like, oh, I was like, I just did that. And I had enough I still have $2 million to owe on my house or whatever. And I was like, but I'm good.
Yeah,
I don't have to pay that back.
I have all my loans are paid off. I have $4 million in the bank.
Wow.
I have 70 or 80 fish in my storage for when CJ shows up.
Yeah.
I hoard bugs. I hoard the expensive bugs. I have everything in my museum, all the bugs, all the fish. And I'm trying to do all the fossils, but the actual gameplay arc that brings me joy is catching fish and catching bugs. Mm-hmm. And I've caught them all, so I'm just waiting for more. But the thing that's keeping Casey going is she doesn't like her neighbors, so she's trying to get new neighbors, trying to get the ones off that she's got and get new ones in, and breeding rare flowers.
Oh yeah, my wife's been doing that too.
We bought the companion book too.
Oh,
it's on its way.
Cool. That's great.
Yeah,
I mean, in our house, there's between me, my wife, and my daughter, we've probably put 1,000 hours into the game.
Wow.
worth the $60.
120. We bought 2 copies.
Oh, that's right. And 2 Switches and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wish there was, like, the reason I kind of wanted City Folk to be expanded upon is, like, I wish there was more places you could go to.
Yeah.
Like, there's more, and there was, like, exotic islands, or there was something else for you to work on in your island, even. Like, they need, like, 1 or 2 more elements.
I don't know, man. I think it's a slow life game, so I don't think it needs to be any more complicated than it is. It's a superb experience at its core, but for people like us who like the grind, jeez, David, people like us who like the grind and who like to like throw ourselves into video games like this, it's like, yeah, we're gonna run out of stuff just because of how we approached it.
Yeah, but like that's how we game though. They're not. I don't know, because I think everybody's going to hit a wall with this game.
Eventually, yeah, but it's not the kind of game that... It's not like the looter shooters. It's not like the MMO lights where it's the only thing you play. It shouldn't be the only thing you play. It should be the thing that you come in, you tidy up, you do your things for your daily tasks or whatever, and then you move on to something else.
Okay, but this game is telling me to enjoy retirement. And I don't want to. I want more out of my life. I don't want to just cut. Yeah, I don't want to just cut grass and sit around my house and chat with my neighbors every day. I need more.
What you should do is you do a task in Animal Crossing, and then you go to your home, and then you play Stardew Valley.
Oh, yeah. I almost said I wish this game had dungeons in it. That would give it something to do. But then that just makes me think of like Dark Cloud and how we need a Dark Cloud 3. For sure.
Dark Cloud 2 is so good.
I know. I almost bought it like 3 times. I was like,
it's like it's one of those games. It's always like $8.99.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how it runs on the PS4 though.
Through PS Now.
Do what?
Through PS Now digitally.
No. Like I have Psychonauts on PS4 and it runs like crap.
Oh.
No, I played Dark Cloud 2 and beat it on PS4. It runs great.
Oh, I didn't know you played it and beat it. When did this happen?
Like 3 years ago.
What? Wow.
Tell me about it. Pretty sure I had it when I lived in Austin.
Oh. Did you grind out the weapons and stuff like we did before? Like get the.
When I hit him. I got it to where they were for the main character. I got his to the max.
Okay.
So they could grow. But the girl,
crazy.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
No, once that town, like finish that town and then.
I like grinding the weapon.
No, I don't remember if it was Dark Cloud 1 or 2, but there was one town where I could not get it 100%. And I don't remember which one it was. And I tried everything. And I don't remember which one it was, but like I just could not get it 100%. I'm like, I'm reading it, like the description of like what this one person wants, and they like wanted to be near water or something. And there's something else, and I'm like, it's there. It's right there. Like, I don't know. Maybe I just need to play it again. I did 100% on every other town except for one of them. Do
y'all remember the game on Super Nintendo, Soul Blazer?
Nope.
It's like a proto Dark Cloud. It's kind of a Zelda clone with the town building elements to uncover the mystery. But the Gaia series, Illusion of Gaia, and I think it's the first game in the Gaia series. Don't quote me on that, though. No. I'm pretty sure it's an Enix. It's an Enix game.
Quote Nick on that guy.
Hold on, I used to have it, but it was an Enix game. Very, very fun. It's part of the Gaia series. So like Quintet, like Illusion of Gaia and Terra Enigma. I don't know if you ever heard that one. It never came out here.
I didn't even know there was a Gaia series.
Yeah, okay. Terra Enigma sounds like a horror game.
Yeah.
No, if you ever want to like fire up an emulator.
Not that I would ever hear that, but
yeah, if you ever consider it, play Terra Enigma. It's awesome, and Soul Blazer because that game's great. But it just reminded me like Soul Blazer is like a proto Dark Cloud where it like town building and dungeon action RPG ish.
Oh, fun.
Very fun. So are we all three getting Last of Us?
I never beat the first one.
Dang it, David.
Yeah, I forgot how. Yeah. I'm getting it. I'm more excited for Ghost of Tsushima, though.
I am very excited for it after watching the trailer. I don't like the whole Japanese Assassin's Creed. Like, just because it's similar doesn't mean it's that.
Well,
like, not every game that is a hack and slash RPG is a Souls-like.
Okay, well, the reason they say that is because when you walk near an enemy, there's this indicator bar that goes around your character. That's exactly from Assassin's Creed. Like,
well,
I'm playing.
I don't know because I don't play Assassin's Creed.
Well, so you we all new and great. But I'm like, hey, that's just like an Odyssey, which I've been, played the poop out of. Like,
it kind of looks like Tenchu, but
yeah,
more fluid and dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
So screw Assassin's Creed. It's like an evolution of Tenchu Stealth Assassins, which Tenchu 2 is like one of my favorite PS1 games ever.
Yeah, we had Tenchu 2 for a long time.
Oh, I think I borrowed it from y'all.
Such a great game.
I spent so long in the level creators on Tenchu 2. Like, I
love it. Like, remember when like almost every game had 2 campaigns back then?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to that?
Oh, I miss that a little. But I guess Resident Evil's kind of doing that.
Yeah, I mean, but they've always kind of done that.
Yeah.
I do remember like the Ricky Maru campaign was a lot better than the other one. But they were both fun.
Yeah.
I just want to see how that Ghost of Tsushima like boss fight would have played out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want it to be like a Tekken fight.
Are y'all gonna play it in Japanese or in English?
I am
absolutely play it in Japanese.
Oh, me too.
I want to play it in Japanese because I watch almost every anime in Japanese. But
yeah,
I like being able to play video games and doing other things at the same time.
Yeah, it looks like I want to play a Kurosawa film.
So you're doing black and white as well?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. It's just such a beautiful game. I'd feel bad turning those colors off. Like, I want to see them.
Well, but the Kurosawa films, even in black and white, are beautiful. Like, Yojimbo is such an awesome movie stylistically.
Yeah.
Without color.
And I know you gave me, like, Thief, and I'm more okay with stealth. I think I'm just going to play it as a samurai, though. I think I want to go in and just... I don't think I want to play it like it's the stealth way or whatever.
Yeah. I just like hopefully it's not like Deus Ex where it funnels you to play one way or the other, where you have the freedom to choose. Like Metal Gear, like Phantom Pain, where you don't have to be sneaky. You can be bazookas and airstrikes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's another game I need to play.
You never played Metal Gear 5?
And I've played every other Metal Gear just about.
Wait, you've not that you've not beat it, you just never played it.
I never played it, no.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite games of all time.
No, I have so much anticipation for that game. I'm like putting it in a box. I'm like, I gotta beat these other games first so I can give that game all the time it deserves. And it just
that was a contender for game of the decade for me, man.
Yeah,
I know. That's why I haven't started it because I'm so anticipatory.
Yet again, not a fan of stealth. That's the game that like switched me to really love stealth games. Was Metal Gear 5 because I was like crawling on the ground and like doing all kind of crazy stuff and man, it was such a good game.
I started playing it and then someone stole my PSP.
Oh,
you don't have that collection?
I do actually. I do have it.
Yeah,
somewhere.
Play it on PS3, man. Oh wait, did I might have gave it to you on I had it on 360. You might have it on there.
Oh, that's true. I do have the PS3 version also, so I have both now.
Well,
I'm pretty sure I had it.
What's interesting that we talk about open world games. I got super addicted to Grand Theft Auto, and it's like I was shocked by how much I love the game, even though I'm not a huge fan of the content. Like I'm not like, I want to be a gangster. It's like this is like incidental. And like I liked, but I was comparing that game because I had just played a ton of Odyssey, and then I played GTA, and I'm like, why do I love this game so much? I don't really like the main characters, and then I realized it's because of the way the world is built. And it's this sense of scale you get from being in a GTA game. Like, they're very good at, like, and it's more about the world to me than, like, the gameplay or anything else. Because the gameplay in GTA is never great. But I was like, if you compare this to an Ubisoft game, open world game, they're better at, like, if you walk up to a building, you're like, wow, that is a tall building. But then when I'm in Odyssey and I walk up to, like, a huge statue, I'm like, I'm just going to climb it. Like, I don't know. It takes away from, like, the scale, and like I just even think the art direction in GTA is better than like Ubisoft in a way. There, where it's like, even though Odyssey's beautiful, and you'll be walking through fields of grain, and like you're like, wow, this is great, but something about GTA, it just sucks you in, and I don't know. It's hard to explain. It just does it better than other open world games that I play, and I played a bunch recently.
Yeah. I get it. Like watched like the last. I think we talked about the last Ubisoft game I really played was Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
And that game sucks because A, the driving is terrible.
Yeah.
And B, like, you get these mission blocks where it's like, okay, infiltrate a building. Use your tool set. Like, every building looks the same. Like, you gotta go in this office building, fight generic bad guys, and then you gotta infiltrate this warehouse, generic bad guys, and it's like, it's so just bland. From what I've seen with GTA 5, it's like it doesn't suffer from that because it feels like they designed the world first, and then stuck the characters into it.
That's one of the reasons I love Red Dead Redemption. It's that because the world's so great. Like, every town is different, every town's unique, and like, even in between there, like, the art direction for all of that is really good. I actually think I prefer GTA 5 now that I'm playing it, because you don't have the dumb minutia to worry about of like, oh, let me clean my gun. Let me, whatever. Yeah, their world building's really good, and just the amount of stuff you can do in there. And I played online, which was fun. Somebody griefed me because I accidentally ran into their car. And then they got out of their car to shoot me, and I beat them up because I put my stats into fighting. And they got mad and just kept like shooting me over and over again. I played with Sean Jacob Wade, and it's fun. It's a fun little game. Online's fun. We haven't done any heists yet. You need 4 players to do that, which I'm looking forward to. I don't know what to say about that.
I'm happy for you.
Thanks, David. At least I'm not playing the same game for the 12th time. At least I try different things.
I'm playing Zombie Dead War 4.
Ugh.
He did. He said that.
Basic gamer. Just kidding.
I installed Youngbloods.
What?
Huh?
What's Youngbloods?
Wolfenstein.
Oh. I've heard bad things.
I've heard things.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I read like reviews about games with female protagonists, and it's like, what do you want them to do? Like, it's 2 chicks that are badasses, and their boobies aren't out. Like, every time it's like, well, this is this game, but with a girl. Like, I've read 4 or 5 reviews where it's just like, oh, it's just like feminism, like rearing its ugly head. Like, it made this game just because like they were pressured to make a Wolfenstein game with female protagonists. Like, man, if it's more Wolfenstein, I don't care who freaking is pulling the trigger.
Yeah. But I heard more of the problems were with, the co-op, and if anything about the main characters is that they were annoying, and not that they were women per se. That's more what I heard.
I hope that it's just that it's annoying voice acting, and more than what I was actually reading on the page.
Is it couch co-op?
I don't know.
Oh, I think we didn't get it because it wasn't. Because me and my wife and I were really excited, but
it was a budget title. Like, it was $40.
Yeah, probably real. How much did you get it for?
I got it for $20.
Oh, I don't mean to change the subject for the 15th time, but we haven't talked about Tony Hawk 1+2 yet.
Yay!
Yeah,
that is also something I was playing.
Yeah, me too.
Not the new one. I dug through my shelves and pulled out my dusty-ass copy of the PS1 original Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Mm-hmm. Put it in, and took me like 4 or 5 runs to kind of get my feet back underneath me, and then played it 3 or 4 straight nights. And I need to still finish the careers with Chad Muska and Elisa Steamer, and I will have completed and then unlocked the private, the lady.
I had the remake they made for 360, and I realized that I get a lot of points by grinding.
Yes.
Like literally grinding on the rails. So I love grinding, apparently. And that's how because I was playing it, I was like, why is my score so low? I was like, oh, I'm not good at doing special tricks. Like, I'm not great at that. I am whenever it comes to grinding, but that's like, but like I said, the reason I like 1 and 2 are good. 2 is great. 3, for some reason, is a blank spot for me. I guess I skipped it and went to 4. We do own 3, and I think I backtracked and played it. But 4 is like my favorite. Like just being able to switch into A, B, C, and D from different move sets. It's like seamless in 4, more so than than the other ones.
With 1, it's like you have 2 kinds of skaters.
Yeah,
it's basically a skin swap on which one you use until you unlock Officer Dick, who is completely like middle of the road. He's good at vert and he's good at street.
Yeah,
but other than that, everybody is like they're either good at vert or they're either good at street.
Yeah.
And once you get to 2, like you have more control. You can make a great street skater good at vert because of the revert and the manuals.
Yeah.
Like you can chain a trick from a grind up to a ramp.
Yeah.
And then continue the trick. So like 2 is such a huge evolution from the first one. I love the first one. The first one is super hard.
It is very difficult.
But once you get good, I got probably hundreds, if not thousands, of hours I have with that game because I had the Pizza Hut demo.
Oh wow!
Do y'all remember the Pizza Hut demo?
Kind of. It sounds familiar.
It was a 2-minute. There was no objectives. It was a 2-minute free skate where you could just pick Tony. You had the Goldfinger song and the Suicide Machine song, New Girl and Superman. They would flip back and forth. It was those 2 tracks, but it was just the first level, and you 2 minutes skate over and over and over. Before I actually had my hands on Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1, I was in that demo getting 150,000, 200,000 points.
Wow.
In those runs. So by the time I got the game, I was already amazing.
Yeah.
I got every game in the series until Underground 1. That was the last one I bought.
Why didn't you get Thug 2?
I didn't.
Wow. You didn't get the Bam Margera Jackass one? Oh, man.
I think I rented Underground 2 with Gamefly.
Oh.
Because that's how long ago that was. The series never... It started getting too stupid with... They kept trying to make Bam Margera and his crew be more upfront with the goofiness and the wackiness and the storyline and all this other crap. And I stopped caring.
You didn't play the 2 game, or was it 2 or 1 games after that?
I don't know.
Because, okay.
There's Downhill Jam and another, like...
Nope. There was something before Downhill Jam. There was, I think...
Ride. Tony Hawk Ride.
No, y'all are missing. Nope.
I know there was another one.
Y'all are missing 2 of them. I think there was one called
like an 8-ball, or I don't know, somewhere.
Yeah, there was one called Proving Grounds, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
There was one where there was no load times, so you could literally skate from one end of the area to another. That one was fun, but then there was the number 8. And that one had that kid who had his own reality TV show on MTV for a while, but I forget what his name is. That game, I think, was awesome, and nobody played it. They would do this thing where you had to do these certain type of tricks, and you would go in slow motion. So they would actually give you time to work on tricks in it. It was trying to be realistic to how it was to actually becoming a pro skater. Yeah, so they would actually video you doing a set, and then they'd be like, is this the one you want? You know what I mean? And you could, like, do it over and over again and be like, is this the one you want to submit to, like, whatever? So I'm shocked that you never at least played number 8, Nick. That one's really good, if I remember correctly. It was actually kind of difficult because it was more skill-based. It wasn't about making a high score. It was more about your aptitude to be able to, like land tricks. You know what I mean?
like the main series has like the hidden tapes and stuff, which are always like kind of difficult to get to.
Yeah.
And then later on, I think it was Underground where you had to do a certain trick over a certain gap.
Yep.
Like that was like my favorite thing because like you had to learn.
Yeah.
Because it didn't tell you where the gap was. You had to like learn the environment. Man, I don't know why. I fell off because of all the interstitial nonsense.
Yeah, I understand why people don't like Thug 2, but the games after it were pretty solid. And I'm upset that no one really played them but me because I own like every single Tony Hawk game. I like had to, even though I'd play them for 2 weeks and never play them again sometimes. But
I devoured those freaking games.
There was this one, I think it was on Thug, where you had to like go out on a beach and get on one of the poles and you had to spin around it for like a minute straight doing a specific trick. And I remember trying to do that for like hours, and then I'd hit it. You'd get the trick, you'd get the special trick, and then you're spinning, and you're like, please don't. And then you had to land it, I think. I don't know, maybe you did.
Have to land it.
And I was like, oh man, I don't know how I'm going to do this because you're by the water. And if you jump in the water, you ruin the trick. So, yeah, that's what I remember trying to do.
I don't know if it was 1 or 2, and like if it was Thug 1 or 2 with New Orleans.
Yes, it was. I thought that was 2.
Might have been 2.
Because I remember Bambi in that one.
I remember like one of the objective tricks was like some gap off of a Mardi Gras float, and it was such a precise thing to do, and I'm like, man, I was just getting aggravated.
Yeah, and the floats were
maybe
moving.
New Orleans killed me on the on the series.
I remember one of them was just jumping in the big margarita. I remember it wasn't even a trick. It was like just jump in there, and I think that's why it was Thug 2 because it was more about tricks. But my favorite one was playing as Wee Man on a horse with a motor on it. You'd like zoom up in the air and like break a bunch of records doing all these tricks. That was kind of fun. I'm surprised, Nick. I expected more from you.
I'm excited for these remakes, but I won't know until I actually have it. If it's mechanically the same as 1 and 2, great. Because I watched that last Tony Hawk run and I'm like, oh.
You mean Tony Hawk 5 that came out?
Yeah, that last one. That looks bad.
Yeah, it was bad. It was very bad. Everyone who played it was disappointed.
I don't want this game to run like that, man.
Yeah. I mean, the remake I have for 360 runs solid, so if they're just basing it off of that, because Tony Hawk has had a rash of negative, like I said, like Downhill Jam, and then Tony Hawk 5, you know.
And Ride.
And Ride, with the board. I wish I owned the board. They were going for like pennies. I wish I just would have grabbed one.
You could probably go get one at Goodwill today.
Yeah, that's true. Where's your dumpster? Oh, there's one. Sweet. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. It's in September.
I'm just hoping they continue. I want a 3 and 4. I want a Thug 1 and 2. I actually want 7 and 8, Proving Grounds, and the other one because I want you to play those. And I hope they actually just remake them all because I would own all of them and play them all again.
Yeah, if they did Thug 1 and 2, I would buy that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that they put the old skins.
Yeah.
Did you see, like they rescanned all the skaters to where they look ancient.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it's awesome. I can't believe, like, I actually been watching a lot of Tony Hawk stuff because we both did play it. And, like, he's still skating at 50, man. It's crazy. He's still learning new tricks, too. It's shocking. And I watched him do a tutorial on how to do, like, heel flips and a front flip and, like, just vert skating. It's really crazy.
Yeah, something came across my feed the other day. It was he was interviewing a bunch of people from the old games.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch that yet, but I saw that clip.
And like he's interviewing like Burnquist and Kareem Campbell, and then he gets to Eric Costin, and he has not aged.
Wow.
He still looks like Eric Costin from 20 years ago. Yeah, man, those guys are my heroes because like I'm a punk rock fan, and all the bands that I was listening to are on these freaking soundtracks.
Yeah,
like we go to Blockbuster and rent Pro Skater 2, and oh my god, there's a Lagwagon song on the soundtrack. Like, amazing. Like I was in the culture, and it was just showcasing the people and things that I liked back then.
Yeah, I think that was the only time early on that I listened to punk music was through the Tony Hawk games. And actually, the game that got me into Tony Hawk was a game called like Street Skater with an 8 in the middle.
Yeah.
And it had punk music in that too. And that one kind of preceded Tony Hawk, or was a copy of it, but I was at a friend's party and they were playing, and I was like, what the heck is this? And they're like, oh, it's Street Skater or whatever. Yeah, we played it all night, just listened to the punk music in it. And then when Tony Hawk came out, I bought it immediately.
Well, I had the Pizza Hut demo for a while before it came out.
Nick, so have you ever heard of that game or know of that game?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Okay.
I don't know if it came before or after.
Yeah, me neither. But I just remember it existing, so.
I think it was an EA game.
Really?
I think so.
Huh. I'll look that up.
What was that game that came out that was a skating game? It was the only one between like now and when Thug was good.
Skate.
Because it was known for its bugs, not for how fun it was. And I would watch like hours of videos of the bugs in that game and how freaking hilarious.
Was it Skate?
Yeah, because that.
It was like Skate 3 or something like that.
Yeah, because that's EA too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It was so funny.
Oh, man.
That game was like, it was all about the technicality. It wasn't about stringing combos together. It was about landing, like perfect landings and picking the right line for your tricks and stuff.
Yeah.
It was like a skate simulator, not an arcade game.
I know what I'm watching after this.
What are you watching?
Skate 3 bugs.
Yeah, great. I might do that too.
We're going to watch Downton Abbey.
Boo.
I have agreed to watch it from the beginning with my wife so she can watch the movie.
Wow.
Speaking of, because of the corona, all of Marvel Cinematic Universe has been pushed back 6 months. I didn't realize that every single movie they were releasing was pushed back to the half part of the year compared to where it originally was supposed to be.
Well, I mean, they kind of had to because, like, the only one that wrapped filming was Black Widow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear that they canceled Deadpool 3?
Yeah.
I'm not happy about it.
Well, they're not going to release it as a Marvel film. They're going to release it as a
box.
Yeah.
What do y'all mean, a box?
Fox. It's just like Fox Searchlight. Like, it'll just be a Fox film.
No, but I heard they're not making it at all.
Oh, they're going to make it. They'd be stupid not to make an easy 200, 300 million on a Deadpool sequel.
But I assumed that with Multiverse of Madness, that's how they're bringing Deadpool in. If you're restarting X-Men, it doesn't make sense to have Deadpool from that old continuity. And I thought that if you can multiverse
but it also doesn't make sense. Like, New Mutants still isn't out.
Oh, I forgot about
that. That movie was filmed 3 freaking years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
So is it that they're adding stuff to it, and that's why they keep pushing it back? I haven't heard of refilms. I haven't heard of re-edits. That can be the bridge film. Mm-hmm. They have it. That can be the one that ties these things, these two universes together.
I didn't hear about this. That's interesting.
Why push it back further and further and further if that's not part of the plan?
Because it's a terrible movie.
It doesn't look terrible. If it's a terrible movie, shelve it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's because people on there are famous. I mean,
sell it to Netflix. Like, do something with it. It's just, it'll be part of the lexicon if this, 4 months from now, it's pushed back again. Like, it can be the bridge. Yeah. Like, that movie can be the bridge if they do it right.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they won't.
I would prefer if they started fresh with X-Men, because I want to see how Marvel treats it. Yeah. I almost went off on, what's-her-face, Captain Marvel again, but she's just so uncharismatic. I just don't
like the movie.
I like Samuel L. Jackson in the movie.
I like that she went to Louisiana in the movie.
I completely forgot about that. I just can't stand that her vision of what cool isn't. I just don't. I don't believe her. She's no Tony Stark. So
there's never gonna be a Tony.
Yeah, but even Hemsworth and other people, and even Paul Rudd to a certain extent, bring something where I can relate to them, and I'm like, Scarlett Johansson. Even I'm looking forward to the Black Widow movie. Looks great.
Hemsworth, that dude was a dud from the beginning. He needed direction to be charismatic.
That's true.
That first Thor movie, he was, he's just a dumb jock.
Yeah.
And then Dark World, he's just a dumb jock.
Yeah.
Like, once he started getting direction.
Once a good director got to him.
Yeah, once somebody that knew how to direct comedic timing got his hands on him, like, he was able to shine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, even Banner, too. Like, in Thor Ragnarok, like, Banner was funny.
Yeah. I don't know.
What do you know, Jamal?
What do you know?
I don't know anything. I have so much I want to say, but I'm just gonna be quiet about it. Not say it.
Okay.
During this talking podcast about stuff. I guess we're talking about stuff.
What are y'all eating today?
I already did.
David, it's not even lunch yet.
I know. They didn't wait for the podcast. Did y'all not notice?
No, I didn't.
I was super hungry. I was eating leftover Chinese food.
Oh, that's why you were so quiet. Where did you get Chinese fruit from?
I got it the other night from a place called Ichiban.
Oh.
Outside of Lafayette. Going for Abbeville. Not quite Maurice, but kind of next to where that Legends is and Zoo House, that place.
Zoo House?
Some weird little. Trying to think of. Anyway, it's like way down there by where all the car dealerships are. Past the mall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like right before you get Maurice.
I'm frying fish.
Well, I made that marsala, and I was lacking a little bit on heat. And I was like, I've made it at first. I let it simmer for like 30 minutes. And I was like, there's something missing. Then we had leftovers. And when I ate the leftovers, the flavor just exploded in my mouth. And I was like, oh, when you make something with this many complex flavors, you need to let them sit and kind of build together a little bit.
Yeah.
So
that's why the gumbo started the next day.
Yeah. It is very similar to gumbo because I watched 6 to 8 videos on how to make marsala just from YouTube, and that's how I learned how to make it. It was just that, and then every single person had a different recipe because there's chicken tikka marsala and there's also buttered chicken marsala. I made a mixture of both where, like I said, I did half olive oil and half butter. Yeah. Because they use something in Indian culture called ghee, which is basically just like a concentrated butter, technically. So
I've noticed that Out and Brown is talking about sugar on that.
But the way you put yogurt on chicken and then let that marinate was so strange, but it tasted... The chicken is the juiciest... Because I had it marinating for 24 hours. It's like the best chicken I've ever tasted in my life. It was so good. And now, anytime I cook chicken, I marinate it now. I don't care what it's for. I either marinate it in water or now with the yogurt or in any, like, I have to marinate it for at least 3 hours before I use it. Just to get that, lock in those juices from it. But yeah, man, I highly suggest y'all try it. I mean, it's kind of complicated. Because you need, like tomato paste and tomato sauce.
Lot of ingredients.
Yeah, yogurt's kind of weird, putting yogurt on that, but also I got heavy cream. So the mixture of the red sauce and the heavy cream is what makes it like orange and pink. Yeah, the longer you let it sit, the better it's going to be. And just eating that with rice. I didn't make naan or anything. I was like, I could have. I just eating it with rice. I was addicted. Because we had leftovers the next day, and I destroyed it, and to my detriment. I finished it. I was like dying. Oh man, it was so good. So yeah, I suggest y'all try it once.
Casey saw the picture you posted on Facebook, and she was like, "What is he tired of not having diarrhea?"
Yeah. Actually, it didn't give me diarrhea. Yeah.
Awesome.
I put a lot of turmeric in it. Apparently, that helps with inflammation and stuff. I actually made rice, and I also put turmeric in it. So that might have helped maybe, but I was trying to make Indian rice as well. Because there's some yellow rice that they make, which has turmeric, butter, and just like salt or whatever in it. And then there's a different kind where you cook down onions and then
Yeah.
until they're black.
That's
and
the
then
one I'm familiar. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and I wanted to try it, but I'm like, I don't know how sure I am about cooking rice on like a stove yet. Because I put everything in a rice cooker and let it do its thing. So I'm so afraid of crunchy rice. Like I just don't want that to happen. That's why I'm afraid.
Use medium grain. Medium grain is easier to cook on the stove top.
Oh, and I also found out that if you let rice sit in water for like an hour, that's when it actually gets longer. I did not know, so I actually did that too. I actually let it sit for a while.
So, okay, remember I told you that I've been making sushi bowls?
Oh, yeah.
Well, those are a big hit in my house. But I'm a Cajun, so I had Cajun knives, Cajun tools, Cajun utensils, Cajun accessories.
All right.
So last week, Casey's on Amazon, and she's like, what kind of thing do we need? So she was looking at nori sheets. So she ordered a bunch of nori sheets. Then she ordered a bamboo roller.
Oh, yeah.
But it's silicone.
Oh.
So I can get it wet. And she ordered a 9.5-inch sushi knife. Because I've been making cucumber matchsticks by hand with my big dumb Cajun knife. Right? So I'm going to have a sushi knife. I have bamboo roller, which is silicone. I got nori sheets. I got cream cheese. I got cucumbers. I got crab meat. I got all the tools I need. I'm going to be making sushi. Not just sushi bowls, no cheating. And I make the spicy mayo from scratch.
That's awesome. Make like a Cajun.
I made a batch of that.
Cajun mayo.
Yeah. And I'm gonna try, like, next time I go to Walmart, see if they sell eel sauce.
Are you going to, because I know this is at some places, are you going to deep fry any of your sushi?
I don't like the fried sushi.
Really?
I have not eaten one that I like.
David?
The closest one that was pretty good was there's a crawfish sushi at the place in Jennings. When that one's not bad. I just don't like it because it's tempura batter. It's too much. It's too much batter.
Yeah.
With the rice and the vegetables should be the star of the show, not I don't know.
Well, that's why I think you should make like something that's more meat focused and then deep fried and see what. Because I want to know what the juices are like if you especially if you're doing balls. Basically, boudin balls are right. Well, boudin balls do have rice in it, but wondering what.
But I want to try to get like some smoked salmon and some like ahi tuna or something. She's not going to eat it, but I'll eat it.
Man, some of my favorite sushi rolls are crawfish rolls actually.
Yeah,
like spicy crawfish. But I
like the ones they have some now that there's like finely diced mixed with that spicy mayo. And it's like turned into a paste, and then that's in the roll.
Oh, that sounds good. I haven't had sushi in like 3 months. I miss sushi.
Well, we've been having those. I've been making those sushi bowls, and it's like it scratches an itch. But I'm like, we couldn't find nori sheets, so we got the nori chips, and I would just like rehydrate them and like cut them up into little strips. And layer it in the bowl. So like you had some in every bite. Yeah.
Man, you're making me hungry. I'll have to go eat some food. I don't know what I'm eating. I actually don't know what I'm eating today. I wanted to cook more marsala because I can't stop thinking about it. It's one of the best things I've ever made in my entire life. I was going to ask David if you wanted me to cook it when you come down.
Oh, man.
But I know there's a bunch of places you want to eat at when you get
here. No, but I don't want to eat out every single night.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm frying fish for lunch, and then tonight I'm making tacos.
Ooh. Fish tacos?
Also off tomorrow. I could have took this whole week off, actually.
Yeah, you probably should have.
Oh, we're going back to the office. Tuesday, I'll be my first day back in the office since this whole shenanigans started.
Are you looking forward to it? Are you scared, or how are you feeling?
No, I'm looking forward to it. Like, the way that I work for a state agency, of course, so, like, there's protocols.
Yeah.
Like we're only going to work half capacity. Like I work Tuesday, Thursday in the office, and there's only going to be 6 of us. So like in my actual corner of the office, like corner of the building, there's 2 of us, and we're like 10 feet apart. So like in the whole building, there'll be 6 people.
Yeah.
And the next day, the other 6 will go in.
Okay.
So on and so forth. As of Wednesday, I finished my last certifications for the level 1.
Awesome.
And I'm working on level 2 stuff now.
Amazing.
I'm working on the procedures of using a nuclear density meter.
Ooh. It sounds explosive. Or, no, even worse. That's the bomb.
This was a pretty decent episode. We hit a bunch of topics.
Yeah, I'm gonna call like something that we did.
Games, Tony Hawks, and foods.
Yeah, games we're playing and are interested in.
Expect much of yourselves and little of others.
That's your fortune?
That's your fortune cookie fortune?
Man, that's bleak.
Jamon, I don't expect anything from you.
I'm not doing anything for your arrival. I'm going to put a trash bag on the ground and... we may want to... Yeah, let's do the podcast and me and David will talk about it business. Bye, everyone. It was fun.
Goodbye.
Eat more sushi.
See you next time, dear.
Eat on.
Bye-bye.
Love you consensually.
No. I'm done loving you.